And welcome to Bilateral Comics vidcast number 2, the most exciting thing to happen on the internet since anything. Shane, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Yourself, Dave?
I'm doing great. As you can see, Marcus Hansen is not with us today. He's on his way up to Germany.
Thank God.
For some reason. Again, work precludes him from actually helping with anything. No problem. I guess we're used to it by now. So, Ken, go ahead and roll the intro music.
Rolling intro music now.
Or do we not have intro music? Ken?
Oh.
No? No. We're not there yet?
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, eventually. We'll edit it in later. Fact check. Okay, so yeah, we're back this week in Bilateral Comics. We've been doing a lot of excellent things. The webpage continues to be updated, as usual. The robot main character, Arrow 68, has gone on a violent rampage in the courtroom. I don't know. Nobody's really commenting on that yet. Shane?
Well, the page just came out today.
That's true. Although by the time this video comes out, it'll be relatively late. And that's okay. We can live with it. But what are you going to do? In other news, we put our comic up on the topwebcomics.com. Yep. Please go on there and vote for it. You have to answer a stupid security question that makes no sense. And then you push the button, and it's that easy. And eventually we'd like to get in the top 100. It'll give some credibility to us, to a certain degree.
And I feel like a lot of people are concerned, like even my family members and close friends are concerned that whenever we're sending them these invites even on Facebook or via email or whatever, they're like, oh my God, I have to answer some security question. No, just the pictures are very descriptive. Just answer the question and click vote. Or you don't even click vote. You just answer the question and...
No, you push vote. But actually the security pictures are kind of a pain in the ass.
Well, one that I got said like Fury and Libertarian or something crazy, but on the picture it had the character, which I had no clue who they were, and next to it said Fury.
The idea is that it's like a mechanism within Top Web Comics for you to be able to promote your webcomic even more. People submit a picture of their character, and then you're supposed to put like a white text on there, white and black text, that says the name of the character. And then down below there will be 3 options. You pick the name of the character that's clearly on there, and it's easy. However, that doesn't, for some reason, they've started approving a bunch of pictures that don't have the actual names on them. So I guess we're making it more complicated than it is. Just go and do the thing, figure it out. You're smart, and vote for the comic because reasons. So so this week, what's happening in the world is there is Fight Club 2 coming out. As people, we have we both like Fight Club, I think.
Yes, I love Fight Club. One of my definitely top 5 in the world, best movies.
I would say it's number 1 for me on my ranking of movies, which not exactly authoritative in the world of film, but
mine would be Aladdin.
The cartoon or the movie with
Sinbad?
Sinbad. No, that was the movie called Sinbad. It wasn't.
Fact check.
But the guy's name was Sinbad. But the movie. Now I'm genuinely.
It's definitely the Disney cartoon Aladdin. Absolutely the best movie ever in the history of the world.
Yeah, that's probably a lot better. One of my earliest experiences with internet pornography was a fan picture of Jasmine and her tiger.
As we do, we're getting off topic. We're going way away from Fight Club 2 and into Jasmine and...
I wanted to bring that up. This is as an interesting side note for the history of Bilateral Comics.
Please continue then.
No. I'm done with that. I don't want to go on any further.
Oh, okay.
I felt it was worth mentioning. Anyways, back to Fight Club. I would say it's number 1 for me. You got Fight Club, Memento, Josie and the Pussycats. And a lot of times people think I'm joking about that. I'm absolutely not joking about that being one of my favorite movies of all time.
But Fight Club 2 is being released as like a 10-edition graphic novel.
Yes. A maxi series, they're calling it.
And what's his name? Chuck Palahniuk.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, whatever his name is. It's Chuck. Very difficult to
Let's go with Chuck.
Yeah, so Chuck decided at some convention in New York, Comic-Con in New York, that he was going to talk about possibly releasing Fight Club 2. And then he said, oh my God, everybody in the crowd has cell phones, which was news to him. I don't know, but okay, whatever. They started posting it. Oh, wow, Fight Club 2's coming out and stuff. So then he rushed into this idea of, oh, well, we can't really make a movie, so let's make comics. Whoa.
Maybe I'd like to believe that he already had it planned. If he said it to the crowd, I don't know. I don't know why he would joke, but maybe he would. His books, his literature is quite disturbing. So maybe he has a weird sense of humor and he just wants to mess with people's emotions. But I have a feeling he already had it planned out. What's concerning is the small amount of information that's out there. There's one trailer teaser picture for it. The narrator is married to Marla Singer. They have a 9-year-old son named Junior. I'm assuming it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger from the hit film Junior with Danny DeVito. Good movie. You should watch it.
I'm sure it is.
Different topic. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets pregnant by Danny DeVito. Is the movie.
Must see.
It was it's an American film classic. Anyways, so they have a kid, and in the picture, Tyler Durden is in the background in some stained glass window, looking kind of creepy. He's got like long hair. It looks angelic almost, I guess you could say.
But that brings us to like what he's talking about. Tyler Durden's going to become. Like apparently he's this thing that's existed for centuries, and everybody who's fucking nuts has a Tyler Durden, and it's actually him. That he's not specific to Edward Norton's character,
the narrator.
Yeah.
A lot of people get that messed up in the movie. They think his name is Rupert or something else. Cornelius. The closest thing you could give him to a name is Tyler Durden. That may not be his legal name in the world, but that's his actual name that he identifies himself with. So, but it gets confusing when you talk about the movie. If you're talking about so Tyler Durden, but then you got to say, but Brad Pitt's Tyler Durden. So it's easiest, I think, just to call him the narrator.
Yeah.
The idea, I guess, is that he's a Mesopotamic god that inhabits everyone's dreams or lives or something. And I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I'm glad that Chuck Palahniuk is on board with it, and he's involved. If they just gave it to some random person and said, hey, go crazy with my Fight Club franchise, that would be no good. Chuck can do it justice, I believe.
I don't know, man. Like, Fight Club was great as Fight Club. Beginning, middle, end. Like, excellent story. No need to go any further. The fact that Marla Singer is going to be in this whole second or part 2 or whatever is annoying the piss out of me, because it's like Marla Singer in the beginning, like the fact that she was a part of the first movie, she was simply there as an annoyance. She was like, she literally had no other purpose than to be there, so that whenever you rewatch the movie, you realize she's recognizing how crazy the narrator or Edward Norton is being. And it's for your second watch,
She was also naked in the movie, though, which is a positive.
Always positive.
If there were no boobs in Fight Club, then you could not say that it has nudity in it.
Well, there were quite a bit of boobs. However, they may have not been female boobs.
There were also penises. A penis.
When did you see a penis?
No, when he puts the frame on the kid's movie or whatever, and at the very end there's a penis. Like it flashes on the screen.
So one of the many flashes that happens
at the very end is a dick. I'm assuming not Brad Pitt's dick, but somebody's dick nonetheless.
Well, that's a shame.
I feel like we talk about Brad Pitt a lot on the show. It's only the second episode, and he's come up both times thus far.
Wait, how did he come up last time?
In episode 1, we were talking extensively about Achilles, who
Ah.
was played by Brad Pitt in Troy.
Please, for the love of God, let's not revisit that.
No. Yeah, I guess we need to move off of Brad Pitt.
That was painful.
It happens, though. All right, so I don't know. I think ultimately it's a poor idea.
So other than the fact that Marla Singer shows her tits and ass or whatever, good old TNA.
Well, it's a good angle. It's downward.
Anyways, other than that, she's worthless.
No, she's used. She has a purpose in the story.
Well, of course she has a purpose now because she's going on into part 2 where her and her son, Junior, are going to be like having some kind of difficulty or something, and like Junior is going to be getting pulled into the whole Project Mayhem crap that the narrator developed in the first movie, and he's been removed from it for 9 years or whatever, and he's supposed to save him from this.
She was in the first movie. She was the buoy that pulled him back into reality. Like, although he claimed to hate her, and he claimed, just like tooth and nail, I hate you, and I don't want anything to do with you, he always kept getting drawn back to her. So she was the one that was anchoring him in the real world and stopping the Tyler Durden from taking over and, blowing everything up. And in the end, she's the one that's there with him in the building, and she ropes him back in. And even Chuck said himself that one thing the movie did well that the book didn't do particularly well was kind of work on the relationship between the narrator and Marla. Because in the book, which is one of the few books I have read, the relationship is she's just kind of there as a background character. In the movie, she's a lot more important. My idea for Fight Club 2, if you're listening, Chuck, would be Marla is dead at the beginning. They got married, maybe they had a kid, I don't know. And she's dead, but died of horrible cancer or something. It would be ironic because they went to all the cancer survivor groups and stuff together and sweet dates. She's dead.
Or testicular cancer, specifically.
That would be very Paul and Young-esque to find out that she was actually a man all along. But, so she's dead of cancer. And so now he's having to deal with the real world again now that she's gone. And Tyler starts creeping his way back in, even though the guy's dealt with him emotionally. He's done with it. Maybe he has to go to not survivor groups, not like cancer and whatever, but like psychological therapy. And he gets addicted to those too, and he starts going to different ones. And then Tyler starts coming back out.
But that's why we jump into the purpose of Fight Club just being Fight Club. Obviously, I know there's no way to stop what's coming. Fight Club 2, the 10 series or Maxi series, of graphic novels is coming out. I understand that. Obviously, nothing I'm going to do is change it. However, the purpose of Tyler Durden in the movie and Brad Pitt's entire role, which we're getting back to Brad Pitt again, is that Edward Norton or the narrator, whatever, is dealing with these issues. And then whenever he finally realizes that Tyler is what he is, he chooses to blow his freaking head off, which he doesn't. He doesn't kill himself, which actually, whenever I first watched the movie, and the entire scene after he blows his head off, which obviously they show in the beginning, but like the part where he like gets up and walks out or whatever, I figured that was like nothing but, not filler, but like Edward Norton acknowledging that everything's over. The buildings have fallen, which...
in the book, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I was going to say, thanks to Ken Harris, I found, which is our video person or whatever, he's almost as good as Marcus. We had to go with the second. But, thanks to Ken Harris, I found out that, that didn't happen in the book or whatever. And
I think it was me. I don't want to give too much credit to Ken Harris here. I think...
I know that you're a hog.
Ken, have you read the book? The Fight Club? Excuse me? I can't hear you. He's dancing.
Wait, what is that move you just said?
That was nothing. That was gyrating.
I think we saw that today on a GIF, the wiggle.
The cat wiggle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That was exactly what happened. But seriously, like, at the end of the movie, after the buildings fall or don't fall, whatever thing you follow, he gets up and walks out. I figured that he was dead. Like, that was it. That was his way of dealing with Tyler Durden. He's done. And then all of a sudden, you tell me, oh, wow, they're doing a Fight Club 2. It's probably going to suck, but let's check it out.
I didn't say it's probably going to suck. I said I'm not that excited about it. And
I'm absolutely against it. I think it's the worst thing that can happen, period. Make something new. This guy, Chuck, or whatever, if you're out there, if you see this, whatever, I really respect your work. I loved the movie. I'd still watch it today. I would watch it 1,000 times.
You watched it 3 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yeah, again, because I love the movie so much. It was a huge part of my life. I've watched it sober, high, and drunk, and all three together. I don't know. But and I always get something new from it. But this whole now all of a sudden, like I said, I hate Marla Singer. Like I got it, she's got her part in the story or whatever. But oh my God, now she's coming back with a freaking kid, and the whole thing about Edward Norton's character is that he is detached from reality.
But he's not anymore. He fixed himself. That was the whole point of it.
So what's his purpose?
I don't know.
What has he got now? How is he even going to be a part of the story? Oh, he's saving his son from being pulled into Project Mayhem. Project Mayhem is over. It ended.
All right, wait. Let's clarify one thing. The graphic novel that's coming out, the Maxi series, is based off the book, not at the movie. And this could be a clear difference here, okay? The end of the book also, okay, so the buildings don't blow up, which emphasized kind of an important point about Fight Club, which is that in the book, Tyler Durden doesn't really know anything about explosives because the narrator doesn't know anything about explosives. Therefore, the bombs don't work. So, the bombs don't blow up, and it's unclear whether he survives or not, whether he survives shooting himself in the face. At the end of the book, then the epilogue, everything's white, everything is kind of bleached out, and he thinks he's in the hospital or in heaven, he's not quite sure, and then someone comes up and puts their hand on his shoulder and is like, "Don't worry, sir, everything is taken care of," which implies that Project Mayhem still continues on post-Durden. So, I don't know. Overall, I agree with you that they probably shouldn't do it. But when presented with the opportunity to make a whole boatload of money...
Dude, it's like any friggin' sequel to any movie that you love. I mean, for example, we loved Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? I love the first Iron Man, all that stuff. I'm not bashing 2 or 3. But I'm just saying, 9 times out of 10, when you love a movie, it's because it has a beginning, middle, and end. And it's an excellent movie, as is. But then to get extra money or appease the audience or whatever, they come out with a sequel. And then with this sequel it's going to draw 2 types of people in. Either people who are like, "Oh my God, they're going to fucking ruin the story. I have to see this."
Of course, we have to see the beautiful train wreck.
Yeah, or people who are like, "Oh, yay, we get to see another part of this world."
I don't want to harp on movies too much because I don't know. I mean, I feel like we should be talking about comics, but that's okay. But yeah, now I feel like it's naturally transitioning to me talking about The Hobbit, which I hate. Now, fact check. I liked the book, The Hobbit. That's because it was only 85 pages long. It was extremely short, and somehow they've managed to put that into a 9-hour movie spectacle. So the new Hobbit trailer just came out.
Wait, for the continued Hobbit journey of the extended journey.
Yes, The Hobbit Part 3, Gandalf's Mega Boogaloo Megs. I don't know. Something. Do we have a clip of the Hobbit 3 Part Redux?
Will you have peace or war?
All shall fade.
I will have war.
The Hobbit sucks, bro. You said it's 84 pages or whatever. Bullshit.
Yeah. No,
whenever I was in 8th grade, I got this thick ass book about the Hobbit.
You were in 8th grade though. Good Lord, it's a lot different experience.
Maybe 83 or 84 pages looked like a billion to me then, but it was painful. I remember going through the read along in class. The teacher would read it to us, the freaking computer would read it to us, and we would read it back. It's terrible. I went to North Carolina school, 58th out of the 50 states in education.
58th
out of 50 education, but yeah.
Were you behind Zaire?
Yes.
It's not U.S.
I don't even know where Zaire is.
Hey, nice shirt by the way, bro.
Oh. let's pay attention to the fact that I'm wearing a bilateral.
We
comics
are both
shirt.
wearing bilateral comic shirts. You cannot purchase these online. I'm trying to instill a bit of jealousy into people. Eventually, we'll sell merchandise.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you hit us up on bilateralcomics@gmail.com, we can special order for you if you want. I
It'll
think
cost you $83,000.
close to 83,000. Not exactly, but we can put it out there on the website what it would cost to actually order these things. But what I'd really like to get into, Dave, we've talked about movies and stuff like that. Fight Club 2. The new comic that's coming out, issue. Okay, this is getting.
Technically, Fight Club 2 is not a movie.
Fuck you.
It's a comic book.
Fuck it. Issue 4 of Bilateral Comics, but the only edition of Code 991.
Let me address that real quick as a bilateral comics. The naming conventions and numbering system was very confusing before, and I'm aware of that. I initially did it purposely to be an asshole. There was Valley 01, issue 1, 10 Fingers, issue 2. So there's all these different numbers running around. It's going to be much simpler now. I'm not doing issue numbers except for Valley 01. So it'll be Valley 01, number 1, number 2, number 3. And then the standalone stories will just be called whatever they're called. Code 991, 10 Fingers. And I'm going to stop using numbers in the names of my things because, good God, what's wrong with me?
I think it's, but like I said in the last episode, that this is the thing that people are going to grow to love about Dave, is that he's very eccentric in a secluded manner. Like, he's interesting.
Weird.
Ken Harris.
I don't know if I'm weird.
Thanks from the Peanut Gallery.
I don't think I'm weird. I don't know what I think anymore. I know that I stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning last night writing a script, and I ended up writing about minotaurs and thinking about my initial exposure to Aladdin and...
Let's not jump too far. We don't want to give anything away.
That's right.
However,
back to Code 991, which you were referencing before.
So please shut up. Code 991. Unfortunately, considering my position in the company, which is like the master of supreme awesomeness or whatever the fuck, anything, I am unfortunately burdened with being a kind of editor to the product, which means I have to see it before it comes out, and all this other crap. All of you that see this stuff know what I'm talking about. However, it's kind of cool because I get exclusive content, and I get my input to Dave for, what I think should change or stay the same, or holy crap, man, that was great. But I saw Code 991. I love it. I can't wait to see it. Number one, because of Jeff Millett, who you will all, get to see at some point if you decide to look at the page or not. Either way, Jeff Millett's an interesting character. He is whatever, man.
He's wacky.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jeff Millett, the character that's coming up in the next issues, is based on a real life friend of ours, Jeff Miller. He paid for some of the issue. See, that's what you can get. You want to support Bilateral Comics? Give me a bunch of money. Just drop off a briefcase full of cash in front of my office, and I'll put you in a comic book. But he did that, metaphorically, not literally. And so I put him in the comic book, but it looks good. It's about, I don't want to give anything away.
Exactly.
If you're a Patreon subscriber, however, a Bilateral Comic, patreon.com/bilateralcomics.
There we go.
You can get some early access. There's a page up there now. You can see something. It's black and white, though. Looks like crap.
Yeah, and I am the number one contributor to the Patreon account.
That's not entirely true. My mom actually contributes an equal amount to.
I will not jump into mom jokes right now. But I would like to say that your mom's an amazing woman. I appreciate her deal or whatever. However, I did start this whole Patreon donation thing based off of you saying, hey, jump in it or whatever. And then again, we had the same problem with people like, oh my God, what is this crap that's coming to us? Are you trying to freaking fish us or whatever? No.
Fish us with a PH.
With a PH, yes.
Fishing.
No,
spear fishing.
Obviously, whenever we send out the Bilateral Comics thing from the website on the Facebook page, all this stuff, we're being serious. If you want to, you can. If you don't, whatever. However,
I don't give a shit.
Being an exclusive, $20 contributor every month or whatever, I get to see all this stuff, the original art, the post that Dave puts up, whatever, about the comic stuff, which I mean is great and not, whatever. Either way, I get the hard copy, which matters to me, up front. And speaking of hard copies, let's talk about Valley 01, Issue 2.
Number 2.
Thing from the thing. Free the AI, which you see on the front end.
The technical subtitle is Harsh Objection.
Which makes sense after reading it. However, oh my God, what is going on and why are they not here?
Our printer,
we shall not name.
I almost wore their shirt tonight.
Thank God you did.
Our printer is very slow. It's comic convention season, and I understand. I guess San Diego Comic-Con just happened. It was a thing. I've seen all of the wacky Deadpool gifs where they run around and put their hands on young innocent cosplayers' breasts.
Is that what you're doing?
It's what it looks like. It's Deadpool, so you have to act very Deadpool-y, which is just to be as wacky as possible. So they claim they have to print a bunch of stuff for that, and I guess that's legit. But so the printer is being very slow. If you want a copy of this, it might be available soon.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have all 3 hard copies available to us to send out within the next week. I can almost guarantee, simply because of the times we've had to deal with. But I would like to say thank you all for watching, and it's been a great show.
But wait, I wanted to reference Brad Pitt one more time.
No, please don't. Like I said, thank you all for watching, and Dave being the president person.
I'm the CEO. The corporate executive officer. Anyways, please like and subscribe to this video and whatever. Okay. Bye. Are we ending now?
Bye.